Yo, what's fucking good? It's My People's Podcast. We back to business. Let's go. You feel me? Mic check 1, 2. Season 2. New year, new beginning. You feel me?
New year with new beginnings.
All right, I want to start this off with a little, let me get this into it. Like and subscribe, hit that YouTube button, hit that subscribe, hit that notification, you feel me? Share this shit, do all that good stuff, you feel me? All that good stuff. So, yeah, we about to start a new fucking podcast this year. And, I said we was going to do different shit, but we in here right now. So, it don't matter what the fuck going on or whatever the case may be. Let's start this up right now. What's good with y'all, yo? How y'all been?
2020.
What's good with y'all niggas? Y'all niggas sound like y'all just went to sleep and just woke up. What's good with y'all
Let
niggas?
me start it off, man. It's motherfucking 2020 and the boy Young Holly, man. We doubling up on everything. They better know what fucking time it is. That's right, My People's Podcast. They know what time it is. And the people that's watching, they know what time it is. Because it's 2020. We ain't playing no games, man. A lot of real shit going on, man. 2020, man. We here.
Yeah. What's good with y'all, though? How y'all been?
Oh, my bad.
I'm Gucci, man. You already know. Just waking up every morning, ups and downs. You feel me? Can't let it stop me. Can't let it break
Okay.
They can't stop you even if they stop you.
It can't, and I won't stop now. You hear me?
And me, I just been up to just trying to get it wherever I get it, man.
Yeah, I ain't mad at you, bro.
Shit, man. That's life.
You already?
Another way to get it.
That's right. 2020, we doubling up on everything.
All right, so we
What
got
about
to
you
do
this year? Hold
podcast.
up. How you
Man,
feeling?
look, I'm here. So you feel me? I ain't even complaining. You feel what I'm saying?
Facts.
It's all good. It's all love. You feel me? So as far as this goes, you feel me? Yeah, exactly. Another to note is we here on a podcast. You feel me? Got another podcast starting. It's another year. You feel me? More bullshit start, man. More bullshit started this January more than anything. So we're going to start off with basically R.I.P. to Kobe Bryant, who passed away in a helicopter crash. You feel me? I used to car crash, so I was about to say car crash, but differently, this is a helicopter crash, man. Sad to say, man. R.I.P. to my guy. You feel me? And another person is R.I.P. to Pop Smoke, man. He lost his life in gun violence, man, which keep going on in our community. Even if it's the hip-hop community, we could still label that our community.
Definitely.
Because that's still the black community. That's still black culture, you feel me? So I would say R.I.P. to him, too. We're going to get on him today, too, as far as, like, the situation of what happened. But, I mean, as far as that, man, just blessed, man. Blessed to be alive. Blessed to see my peoples alive, Blessed to see everybody in good health, even though the wealth ain't there, but we'll get there. You feel me?
Not yet.
You feel me?
We on the way.
So anyway, it's Black History Month. Yeah. And people don't feel to realize that,
Rock that black.
it's a lot of black excellence going on around. It's a lot of black love going around. And we got to acknowledge that. So shout out to my people that's, going through that. Black excellence, black love. You feel me? It's Black History Month. We got to acknowledge that to the fact that.
Shout out.
Of course.
Yeah, shout out to all the peoples. You feel me? Shout out to all my black
And
people keeping their head up. Yeah. Shout out to all the ancestors that put us in this predicament that we in now. Because imagine if we ain't had these opportunities that we have or even had these privileges to even speak on the internet like we do now. So you feel me? I got shout out to all of them that sacrificed, whether it was their life or their time. So yeah, that's all love and games. You feel me? So right now we're gonna get into one of these videos, basically, of what y'all want to do. Y'all want to get into the bullshit or the positive shit first? Like, you feel me? What we gonna start off with? Cause
let's switch it up for the night. Let's start with the positive shit first.
All right, so we got this guy named Darnell. I think his name is Darnell Jones. You feel me? And basically, he's a black man that was a jazz player. He played the piano, and he basically got a whole bunch. I ain't gonna say he got them, but he put them on knowledge that basically made them drop out the KKK, like a whole bunch of white people. You feel me? So we got a clip of him on the Joe Rogan podcast, basically explaining why we should not be accepting Black History Month as in only 1 month. So we're going to get into this right now. You feel me?
The Joe Rogan Experience.
And now check out Martin Luther King. All right? We had to fight for decades to have Martin Luther King Day. There was a lot of resistance to that. Do you realize that, and a lot of the resistance was the fact that Martin Luther King is the only American man in this country to have a holiday all to himself. Really? And guess what? He's black.
What do you mean by a holiday all to himself? What about Columbus Day?
Columbus is not an American.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
Well, he kind of was when he became one.
No, he thought he.
Well, he did. First of all, Columbus didn't even land here, and he was like basically a serial killer.
He was a serial killer. He was a rapist and a pillager, and he didn't discover a damn thing.
Did they call it Indigenous Peoples Day now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, how do you discover something when you get there? People are already there. I mean, come on, be real.
Well,
right?
Not only that, like, why did it take until basically the latter half of the 20th century before people came to grips with the fact that he was an atrocious human being? Like, when we were kids, I'm a little bit younger than you, I'm 52. When I was in high school, it was Columbus. Just sailed the ocean blue, the Pinta, the Santa Maria.
Right, Nino Pinto and Santa Maria.
This was a guy who was an explorer. He was going there for Spain. He was, and then when you get older and you read these missionaries' accounts of the horrific crimes, and
we still celebrate them.
Yeah, well, I mean, do we sort of we kind of are done celebrating them, right?
No, we still have Columbus Day. It should be abolished.
It's Indigenous Peoples Day now.
No, they call it that.
Yeah.
But but on the counter, it still says Columbus Day.
Does it?
Yeah.
Not on the Apple calendar.
Really? That's cool.
I don't think so.
Maybe Apple's ahead of its time.
I think it says Indigenous Peoples Day now.
Okay, that's cool.
Maybe I'm wrong. But it fucking should.
It should.
Yeah.
Now, so we used to have two white guys who each had a holiday all to himself, Americans.
Who are those guys?
We used to have, maybe before your time, but during my time, George Washington Day and Abraham Lincoln Day.
Really? What were those days?
You don't remember that?
I don't remember that.
Yeah. And then, so we had too many holidays, so they combined those 2 days into one day called President's Day.
Oh, okay. We had too many holidays, not enough productivity.
Exactly. So so they took those away and combined them. So now the only American man who has a holiday to himself is a black man, and they can't handle it. Martin Luther King. And now we had to fight for decades to give this man a holiday when he gave his life to bring this country together. Yet we give a holiday to Christopher Columbus, who, as you pointed out, was a murderer, a serial killer, a pillager, a rapist, who didn't discover a damn thing. All right? Martin Luther King never murdered, pillaged, and raped, but yet we didn't want to give him a holiday. So that's the inequity in this country. And I'll tell you something else. Now, there are a lot of people who would disagree with me, and that's okay, because we're Americans, we can disagree. We're all individuals. But there are people who will agree with me also. And I've been saying this now for 22 years. One of the things that will help us to advance into the 21st century, because we are behind the times, we need, at this point, to get rid of Black History Month. Now, I know a lot of people listening are going to freak out. Well, what's this guy talking about? Blah, blah, blah. Let me explain, all right? For the longest time, we needed Black History Month. Black history was not being taught in our schools. Now, you remember when you pointed out a moment ago that when you were in school, Columbus was a hero, looked up to him, et cetera, and then you go to college and you learn otherwise. When I was in high school, it was not in our textbooks that we had internment camps for Japanese Americans. I did not learn that until I got to college. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me?
Right.
I didn't believe it. Now it's in the textbooks.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We're behind the times.
Right.
Okay. So anyway, we didn't have Black history. All right? Yeah, what we had was called American history. It might as well have been called white history, because that's all it was. And even in some cases, whites were being given credit for things they did not invent and for places they did not discover. But we knew, we were told at home, things like that, but not in schools. So we had to fight. And finally, we got 1 week. It was called Negro History Week. Carter G. Woodson created that. And schools had Negro History Week, 1 week a year. We continued fighting harder and harder. Finally, we got 1 month. Because, nobody's going to give us everything at one time, right? They dole it out little by little. So we got that 1 month, shortest month of the year, right? February, 28 days.
Yeah,
okay.
that's...
No coincidence. But we accepted it for 2 reasons. It was the birth month of 2 of our heroes, Frederick Douglass and Abraham Lincoln. All right? So we accepted that. And then we stopped fighting. And that was a mistake on our part. We became complacent. All right? And now it's my belief that Black History Month has become detrimental to us, to all of us, white and black. I'll tell you why. Yes, we needed it for a certain period of time because we had nothing. But here's the problem. We only study Black history in February. And each February, we study the same half a dozen people. Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman, Booker T. Washington, George Washington Carver, and 1 or 2 other ones. By the time we get through half a dozen, our month is over. We did our black thing. Let's move on, right? Yet we study Benjamin Franklin, Eli Whitney, Alexander Graham Bell, Thomas Edison, F. Scott Fitzgerald, Francis Scott Key, all year long. We're constantly reinforcing what they did all year long. We never forget who flew the kite and the lightning hit the key and we have electricity. We all know it's Ben Franklin, all right? But yet, if you ask some kid in June, say, who was Harriet Tubman? Oh, yeah, I remember her, yeah. She was that lady who refused to give up her seat on the bus. They got her confused with Rosa Parks because there's been no reinforcement since February. And then next February, it's the same half a dozen people, all right? So you're constantly, I'm not taking anything away from those people. They were some of the greatest, all right? But you're constantly reinforcing that there were only 6 or 7 black people in this whole country who ever did anything. What about the guy who invented the traffic light? What about the person who invented the ironing board? And so many other black discoveries and inventions. Oh, well, we didn't have time for that. We only have 1 month. Yeah, but you got time to talk about Ben Franklin all year long, Women's History Month is March. We need to get rid of that too. Take these things out of those months and put them where they belong, under the umbrella of American history, and teach them all year long. That way kids get accustomed to this, and they learn, and they have more respect for each other. Look, I remember when I was a kid, Miss America beauty contest. There were only 2 categories, and it was all white women. Black women were not allowed to to compete in Miss America. All the judges were white males. 2 categories: the evening gown, evening wear, and the swimsuit. That was it. Women were objectified. They were sex objects. They didn't have talent. They didn't need to write an essay or show what else they can do. They just looked at and judged on that. So black women were deemed not beautiful enough to compete in Miss America. Plus, they didn't want any white man judging a black woman in a bathing suit or whatever. So black women began having low self-esteem because they were told they were not as beautiful as these other women. So what did we as black people do to elevate the self-esteem of black girls? We created the Miss Black America beauty pageant to give them something to aspire to. And that worked for a while. Finally, Miss America, the big one, came to its senses and opened its doors to
What year was that?
I don't know the exact year, but I guess it was back in the 70s sometime. Opened its doors to all American women, regardless of their ethnicity, color, or whatever. As long as they were American, they could compete. And since that time, we've had more than one Miss America who's been black, starting with Vanessa Williams, and then Debbie Turner, and I think maybe 1 or 2 other ones since that time. So now, because Miss America has come into the time, we can get rid of Miss Black America. We don't need it anymore, right? We got the main one. When are we going to come to American history? We need to get rid of Black History Month. We just finished the first Black American president. What are we going to do with Obama? Are we going to put him in the February box because he's black? Only talk about him in February. Don't talk about him in March or September because he's Black history. Put him in February. Well, you know, I don't. I'm at a loss for words, man.
Right.
It's crazy.
All right, we can't put that whole shit because that shit was long as hell. But anyway, basically what he's saying is Black History Month shouldn't be on one particular month. It should be throughout the year because, like he said, motherfuckers are listening on Black History Month, which is February, and by fucking April and May, they don't even know or realize what person fit in which category. Like you said, they'll be like, oh, what about Harriet Tubman? Oh, she gave up her seat on the bus. No, motherfucker. She had the Underground Railroad to free slaves. So, with that being said, I mean, I feel as though, like, that should be some shit. Like, we should have a fucking Black History Week throughout the fucking year that gives them at least 1 week to show, like, how Black excellence and how I am Black inventors, like, the traffic light and all that extra shit, how that shit is, like, presented to us. Like, you feel me?
I agree with that as well, because if you do take away that one magnifying glass of February for recognizing Black people, Black excellence, it's just a magnifying glass. You can't do that. You gotta spread it out throughout the year. Just keep pushing teaching of Black excellence. You can't confine it to 1 month, 1 week. You can't do it.
I think they put it to 1 month because it's like we're not people act nonchalant to the shit or act like they don't know or they have their own opinion against what happened back in the day or whatever, you know what I mean? So when they put it to 1 month, it's just to show the appreciation or whatever it is, you know, for our culture, which is understandable and respectable. But the people, a month, like, yeah, I guess a month is not good enough, but to keep beating them in the head with it, it's no point. You know what I mean? If they're going to be ignorant, they're going to be ignorant. You know what I mean? Like, you can't cure ignorance. You feel me? Because they already know. They know the right, and they already know that they're wrong. You feel me? And they continue just like, fuck it. You know what I mean? So it's just like on some shit like, nigga, we can't change you.
I mean, but we can constantly bring it up so it can be. So yeah, ignorance can be.
It's gonna be show.
I mean, yeah, no. So yeah, ignorance can be overlapped by facts. Okay. So you saying like you saying even if it's a black boy, or for instance, they're saying, man, I don't give a fuck about this. Like if it's constantly being brought into them, a lot of people really get into the motion of Black History Month. Basically, like for instance. Like, a nigga be like, yo, I ain't taking no L's in Black History Month from no black people. You feel me? Like, nigga, you gonna have to cut everything short because it's Black History Month. I don't want to hear nigga out your mouth, none of that shit. Even if you let them say, you know, on a normal other month, like, that shit wouldn't bother you. But on Black History Month, you seeing so many sacrifices and so much Black excellence that's going through this 1 month, like, yo, I don't want to hear that shit from you today. Like, you feel me? Or this month, like, nigga, I ain't got time, nigga. You feel me? So it's like, if that shit being hit on our head constantly every month, we'll get the notion to be like, some nigga be like, I ain't about to shoot this nigga because it's Black History Month. You feel me? Yeah. Like, yo, this my op, but I'm not even about to run down on him because I ain't trying to kill this nigga on Black History.
Same factor on that part. Like, these motherfuckers, like I said, we so intelligent being human beings, you know what I mean? That it's more like, nigga, take heed to it, nigga, you hear what you hear, you know what I mean? And it's just like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we shouldn't have black on black crime just because how much shit we went through, you know what I mean? We should be the last motherfuckers to do it, you know what I mean? But it happens, you feel me? So it's just like, what the fuck, you know? Like, so same thing with bringing it to having it 1 month to just giving it every week, you know what I mean? Like, is that going to be enough?
Week by week. At the same time, it's not even a scheduled thing.
Yeah, for real.
Do it all year round.
Because like you say, even black people will be like, once this month over with, they don't give a fuck no more.
Yeah, true.
Like you'll be if you're a young boy or young teenager in school right now, and they feeding you all this black knowledge and shit, you'll be intrigued by it. But once that month over with, you be like, man, you don't give a fuck no more. So it's like, yeah, we need to kick that shit every year. You feel me?
Yeah, 1 week a month is definitely 1 week all year. 12 months, 1 week. That's out of the whole months. Yeah, out of all 12 months. Yeah, that's a good idea.
All the time.
Cause we do need to teach more of our people, and we need to teach the world how humble we be.
You'll be surprised how many niggas don't know what niggas brought to the table.
These young people break down and cry when they hear the black people's story, and they be like, "Damn, you never knew that." You know what I mean? Like, our ancestors taught us that from the rip. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, listen, motherfuckers, niggas fought for this shit, da-da-da. But we just take it as in we play with the, not that we play with the free will.
Or we learned a lot of shit because we watch movies and shit like that.
Right.
So it's a lot of shit that school's not teaching us. Yeah. A lot of shit the school's not teaching us, but we'll watch a movie and that shit be like, that shit'll make you damn near well up. And you like, fuck, nigga, whether it's from Malcolm X movie to a Martin Luther King movie to Boys in the Hood, nigga, you'll realize that the society, how they treat us or how we present it is so fucked up that you'll be like, damn, this is fucked up because this not even really me.
Right, yeah. And if you notice that, man, I mean, shape up.
Word, for real. But we about to get into this next genre right here. We got R.I.P. to Pop Smoke, man. For real, man. 20 years old, lost his life from gun violence. Very talented, dropped a lot of songs. I remember when Welcome to the Party first came out, and I'm like, who the fuck is this? This shit was lit.
Is that 50 Cent? Damn. Yo, Pop Smoke, man. That shit crazy, bro, man. I was looking mad into, like, hearing some more music from this
It's sad
nigga,
that people can't even express themselves on social media the way they want to because other people is so far, like, ready out to kill you. Like, it don't make no sense. Like, the whole factor of him putting up his address, just put that in a different perspective. If, let's say, fucking Steve Spielberg put his address on the fucking social media, ain't nobody ready to come out and kill him. So it's crazy how that whole setup is like for only to downplay black people. Like, you feel me?
Chris
only
Brown
black
had a
people
yard sale.
can go. Yeah, you feel me? Like, only black people at his
Brown
house.
had a yard sale.
And shit was media.
He wasn't there, but he wasn't there. I looked into it.
Yeah, but it don't even matter. It's the whole fact that they had his addy all on the news everywhere. Like, and you feel me? And shit like that don't happen to people like that. I mean, they saying it's a hit. Like, it wasn't more or less a robbery. So it's like, damn, bro. Like, it don't even have to be that way for certain situations to happen like that. Like, this whole, like, the whole situation that occurred didn't happen like that. It shouldn't happen like that. It did, but it shouldn't have. Like, you feel me? This man lost his life. Like, I was just thinking to myself, like, this nigga couldn't even go in the store and buy liquor at his age.
The Wu Gang.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, he couldn't even buy liquor at his age. I couldn't even imagine one of my peoples or myself losing my life at that age, even though people lose their life younger than that due to gun violence. It's sad, though. It's sad that even had to happen. Like, and then it's like, all right, this gangbanging shit is getting way too whack. Like, the younger generation should know that. Just by looking at the old head niggas.
They're trying to keep it alive.
You look at the old head niggas and you look like they ain't got shit to show. They living the damn same life as a 16-year-old. Then think about it. Most niggas that you know that's 40 gangbanging and shit, they don't got no job. A 16-year-old ain't got no job. They can't support themselves or their family. A 16-year-old can't afford themselves or family. They getting taken care of by somebody else. A 16-year-old is getting taken care of by somebody else. So they living a life of a 16-year-old and they be still trying to go down that route just to, I don't even know. Like, I can't fathom what goes through their mind to be like, all right, this is what they want to do. But it's something that's in the community that's more or less like a fucking virus that's killing us off even worse than probably coronavirus.
It's called manipulation. They manipulated y'all brains as a young society. You know what I mean? They made y'all feel like y'all can't be shit. Y'all can't do shit for yourselves. So y'all rely on other people to help you and then get mad when people can't help you.
Yeah. And the same niggas that you riding for probably not even going to do the same for you.
Hell no, that nigga ain't going to give you $100.
Same people that gassed you up ain't even in the situation you in.
They ain't even got the money to give you that shit.
That's why they gassing you up, because they don't want to do the shit they sell. It be so much scenarios I be hearing. Niggas getting robbed and then be blaming their little homies for the situation, ready to kill their little homies because they got robbed. It don't even make sense. Like, all that shit is like, I can't even like understand why niggas even want to be in some shit like that, or the lack of knowledge. Like, you,
Not a job.
yeah, for real. And I be feeling like young niggas should just do their research before they decide to even join the game. Same way you do research for anything else that you're about to apply for. But this is applying the rest of your life for, or your current life for the shit. And you realize that it's going to be harder to get out than get in. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, it's crazy to me. Like, you feel me?
Once you in that shit, yo, you signed your life, bro.
Yeah.
Like, to me, I feel as though if you willing to go join a gang, you might as well join the military. Because the same motherfuckers that's going to be on top of you don't give a fuck.
Beverly Hills, you fucking bugging, man. Y'all fucking bugging. Y'all gonna drop Pop Smoke out there, man. That's some crazy shit. That shit shot the fuck out. I don't even care, man. Them niggas somewhere out there, and that's why that shit crazy. Like, even if they came from a whole nother city, it probably didn't drop in Beverly Hills. Them niggas probably not repping that shit. But whatever hood them fuck niggas from, man, that your hood, your whole hood on some nut shit. The props ain't gonna pay y'all niggas. That booty ass rap shit ain't gonna pay y'all niggas. Once they find out who the fuck y'all is, you feel me?
You going down, and ain't nobody gonna help you.
No, like, you're gonna drop credit. You just dropped somebody that was in the industry that was known already. You feel me? And if you ever make recognition that you did that, don't make you tough. It does not. Unless you was beefing with the nigga before and then he died and you still walking around. That makes you tough. But the shit behind the sheets and then you just kill it, don't make you tough, man. Shit is out. You ain't even fight the nigga.
Yeah, let's go into the video showing him getting put in the ambulance and all that.
Pop Smoke.
And I don't like this neither, because it looked like they wasn't even trying to save the nigga until they realized, like, this, like, they was on camera type shit. Like, y'all should have been pumping this nigga heart and all that shit when he was coming out.
Fucking him up even more. If he's shot in his stomach, he can't be pushing on his stomach.
Why is firefighting?
Right, they ain't even medical. They not even medic people.
Only thing they do know how to do is give CPR and all that good stuff.
Exactly, that's the only thing they're certified to do is to give CPR and all that. This man was shot in the stomach and in the chest. Medic people should have been there. Hitting him the right way. You feel me?
Instead, it was firefighters.
It was fighters.
But no fire.
Not in there, nada. And that nigga's not heavy. He's 20. He $150. Most.
So anyway, we got Pusha T right here. I'm about to pull this up right now. So him and Kiss came out with a song called Hunting Season. Him and Jadakiss, Pusha T and Jadakiss. That was inspired by Ice Pick J, who passed away, that always wanted to see them two make a track. So they came out with a track called Hunting Season, but basically Hunting Season was about them killing rappers in the game and shit like that. And due to the fact that this happened, you feel me, Pusha T did some respectful shit and took that shit off the streaming because he didn't want to, like, promote that type of energy into the world. You feel me? So this what he put up on his Instagram. He said hunting season was a request that Ice Pick J, R.I.P. to him, always had in light of his death in the Kiss Me and Kiss made an incredible song. With that being said, the whole concept of hunting season and the hypothetical ideas of killing rappers isn't sitting well with me while mourning the recent death of Pop Smoke. Rest in peace, Pop, and condolences to his family. So that I'm gonna give that up to him because this is the type of shit we need, bro.
Positive shit.
Positive shit.
Positive
Shit that, yo, you know that song would have brought him in revenue, but he like, yo, above all that money and shit, I don't want to promote this type of violence that's basically being really like portrayed in our culture. Like, niggas is dying over this shit. So I don't want to be the one to be releasing music at this time over shit like that. And it's another nigga named Sticks from the rap group Dead Prez. So he released some shit. And this shit is small as hell. I gotta big it up, but I can't even still see that shit. You gotta mind me. Don't mind me. I gotta pull this up. Hold up. Oh, I'm fucking up.
At the same time, what's that? Planterns, they pulled their commercial when the Kobe incident happened. Because Mr. Peanut supposedly had died this year.
Yeah, word.
So they was supposed to drop a commercial on the Super Bowl. They pulled the commercial because, of course.
Same with the Kanye West Nike thing. You heard about that? When supposedly Kobe Bryant threw the basketball and hit the airplane, and Kanye West was the nigga that was looking like he called the hit. You feel me? And then the airplane dropped down and crashed.
I think I can read this now. Alright, so this is what he put out there. He said, as a culture in hip hop, broadly speaking, we seem addicted to glorifying, supporting, perpetuating, and celebrating negativity. We support and celebrate, I don't know what that say, mistonogamy, self-hatred. Excuse me if I said that shit wrong. Fratricide, homicide, and genocide. And we do it with pure ignorance and ego. And most everywhere you turn, mainstream and social media, rappers have become the joke of the culture, spitting out nonsense in flashy and catchy ways for the chance of the fame and financial gain. Every major radio channel amplifies it. Men and women accept and participate in the negative atmosphere, all in the name of money, notoriety, and glorifying the clinches of the streets. We do watch the same cycle breed death and cause harm in numerous ways, over and over and over again. Your favorite rapper will speak out when a fellow rapper life is cut short due to the same nonsense mentalities that most of their own music perpetuates. If not that, we don't know better by now. It's a choice. And there of us who keep supporting the same are feeding the flames of the foolishness. Of course, we are happy to see the young ones getting to the bread and being in position to make a difference, but too many times all the potential goes down the drain because of the atmosphere that's surrounding the success. I know solid cats like Malcolm X and others were killed for the voices as well, but in this days of age, we have to completely sold out culture for popularity stunts, and we have became fools of our own oppression. Everybody want to act cool. I mean, act the fool. I'm about to say, act cool and look the part and talk greasy, and not enough are willing to embody real values and represent something helpful to our communities. For me, hip hop has lost its true heart and traded in for poor values, negativity, and full goals. If we want a better world and life for our community, families, children, and each other, we have to be willing to let the corny, ignorance, weak self-destruction bullshit die. R.I.P. to all the bullshit, and let lives like real ones for real reasons and real ways for what really matters. That's some real shit right there, bro.
That's real as hell.
Cause he basically putting all these niggas out that basically been saying like, yo, R.I.P. to Pop Smoke, but then the next song you going, oh, I'm about to run down on the op. I'm about to kill a op. Niggas can't fuck with me because I'm killing the ops type shit. And that whole situation is like, nigga, the op is most likely another black man. You feel me? That's in your community. So you're not doing nothing better for your community. You basically just fucking over your community if you think about it. So it's like, man, that whole situation just gotta get better, man. We look at it like, oh, these niggas is don't give a fuck, or next man don't give a fuck, but in reality, we all just gotta give a fuck. So I'm in this with R.I.P. Pop Smoke, man. This man lost his life at 20, man. All my condolences go out to his family and his friends and everybody that's going through it. And it's just a sad world right now. Like we not even into the second month, and we losing too many black lives.
Right up.
Especially when we always yell out Black Lives Matter.
Right. Right.
So
Black Lives Matter, but does it really?
Yeah, for real. And we gotta be the ones to make that stand to be like, it does. You feel what I'm saying? Because the white man ain't going to really do that. And it's sad to say the white man probably up here.
They laughing.
They probably the ones that's putting more work than us. You feel me? For us. You feel me? Which is nothing wrong with that, but we got to be the ones that step the fuck up.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And treat ourselves like how we want to be treated.
And like, I ain't trying to take no action to change things. It starts with us. You feel me?
But yeah, let's get into this next joint though. We got the fucking Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fight, man. Yeah, this shit happened yesterday. This the worst thing that can happen to Black History Month at this moment. But let's go over the highlights right now. We're about to put these on right now for us.
The WBC belt that is included on Lee, the greatest of all time. They are set and ready to answer who's the greatest of right now. Wilder Fury 2. Here we go. He puts it down. Fury scores the knockdown in round number 3.
I don't even believe that,
and then you see Tyson Fury throwing the left hook before right hand, and the right hand goes right on the top of the head.
This is the man that's undisputed.
That's the shot that Tyson Fury's been trying to
That's what I was saying in my head.
His physical stature, it belies his skill and his nimbleness. Knockdown is scored. A body shot to Wilder.
And he's looking for the spot, hits him to the body, and Fury looks like if he lands a good punch, Deontay will go down. He definitely doesn't look.
What was he just doing with his tongue right there? He said, I want to taste blood. Fury did it.
None of his corner mates are telling him to keep his hands up, which is important.
And another head-snapping jab from Tyson Fury. We always talk about how Deontay Wilder has the ultimate eraser. But you have to be able to execute on it.
He is the winner by way of technical knockout. He is still the undefeated lineal heavyweight champion and the new WBC heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King,
He got paid to lose, bro. Son, that hit, son, he just scraped the fucking back of his head.
He said he bust his eardrum, broke his jaw.
Where the fuck
but not
all
broke
them
his jaw,
scratches
but
come
that shit
from?
was like swollen type shit.
Where the fuck all them scratches come from?
Man.
Get out of here.
After that fight, I think I can take Deontay Wilder. What the fuck was that?
Yeah.
You got me fucked up, bro. I throw shit way better than him, bro. You bugging, bro. He knocked you like, yo, bro, your lasers noodle, you hit the ground. They even got mean to you, bro.
Yeah, 50 Cent put up some shit on Instagram right here. Basically
nigga,
saying,
stay off the internet because you got paid to get your
said,
ass
blood, what about the gang? Shaking my head. Damn, 50, don't come at my nigga like that. Like, he already got his fucking pride, bro.
Fuck that. He deserve all that shit. 50 chew that nigga. Son. You know why, man? Because that's some bullshit. Sold out. It's Black History Month, my nigga, and you getting your ass whooped by a Canadian nigga? You gotta be shitting me.
Some long egghead ass motherfucker.
That nigga look like Dr. Eggman that was working out.
You got 22,000 comments.
For real, son. That shit
Word
crazy,
is born.
bro.
Like, that shit crazy.
Yeah, but
that shit pissed me off.
Damn, boy. I just hope he ain't hurt.
I want to rematch.
I hope he broke his jaw. Fuck that.
Lights. Fuck this.
He deserve to wear that. You heard me? I hope he broke his jaw. He got to wear that shit, man. You fucked up bad.
I mean, it happens. It happens. That's what boxing is about. You're going to win some. You're going to lose some. You're going to basically come in one day and you ain't even in that mode. You feel me? Look, obviously, he wasn't in that mode. I'm not about to shit on him because he done knocked out 42 people before this. So it's like, you feel what I'm saying?
So he just wasn't supposed to meet Floyd Mayweather.
Nigga,
that's what was supposed to happen? That's what just happened?
I don't even know. That could have been the case too. Floyd could have paid him like, look, nigga, I don't want you to be the next boxer that never got a loss.
Come on, man.
I don't know.
Shit weird.
Only thing I know is that shit was crazy, and I was like, I can't even imagine that. But we about to get into this next shit right here, which is really hurting me right now, man. Dwayne Wade talking about his son transgendering over to a she, calling her a she, and he condoning all this. What? Let's go to the video.
Thanks for being here. That was a clip from the ESPN documentary. And first of all, I think it's what every parent should be, is what you're being right now, which is unconditionally loving your child and supporting your child in whoever they are. I mean, there are so many parents that are just, oh, you're not going the way I imagined or wanted you to be, and freak out, and you're so loving and supportive of Zaya, and what a special child she is.
Yes, she is. She is. Thank you so much for that. First of all, me and my wife Gabrielle Union, we are proud. When I say proud, we are proud parents of a child in the LGBTQ+ community, and we're proud allies as well. And we take our roles and our responsibility as parents very seriously. So when our child comes home with a question, when our child comes home with an issue, when our child comes home with anything, it's our job as parents to listen to that, to give them the best information that we can, the best feedback that we can. And that doesn't change because sexuality is now involved in it. So once Zaya, 12-year-old, came home, and first Zion, everybody, I don't know if everyone knows, originally named Zion born as a boy, came home and said, hey, so I want to talk to you guys. I think going forward, I'm ready to live my truth. And I want to be referenced as she and her. I would love for you guys to call me Zaya. And so internally, now it's our job to, one, go out and get information, to reach out to every relationship that we have. My wife reached out to everybody on the cast of Pose. We're just trying to figure out as much information we can to make sure that we give our child the best opportunity to be, her best self.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that it's one thing. It's one thing to have this at home, but knowing that she's going to be out in the world because you're a public figure, and even if you weren't, she's going to school, and to want to be protective and to make sure she's safe, that must be a scary thing, because it's one thing for you to love her and your wife to love her, but you just want everyone to love her the same way.
Exactly. And once Zion came home and said, hey, you call me Zion, and I'm ready to take on this, I looked at it and said, you are a leader. You are a leader, and it's our opportunity to allow you to be a voice. Right now, it's through us because she's 12 years old, but eventually it would be through her.
Right. Well, and Listen is an organization you're working with, and there's a lot of, if anybody else out there can relate to this and needs help, you can go to our website and we can direct you, because I'm sure there are a lot of people that just don't know what to do. So you're a great example.
Thank you.
I know that everybody is still grieving over the loss of Kobe and all the people that we lost. You must have a lot of memories of Kobe, and he was.
Yeah, let's cut this shit short. Basically, with that Ellen show guest that had Dwayne Wade up there, basically explained that his son comes home one day and says that he no longer want to be called a he want to be a she, and you know, he don't look at himself as a boy or a man or whatever the case may be, because he ain't a man yet, but he don't look at himself as a male, put it like that. And
hell no.
All right.
Nah, hell no.
My whole thing is, I'm cool with that. If that's how your kid want to become, like, just put me in that situation. If I had a child that decided that I wouldn't mind it. It's just how far you would take it. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, if you talking about you want to cut your mans off, nah. Like, hold out, hold out until that happens, because I don't want you to, I don't want 4 years later you like, oh, I met some girl I like and I realized that I was on some dumb shit or some bullshit, because children don't make the wise decision in life. No, everybody's been a child before. Everybody had a particular situation where they realized that ain't what they want to be, or they was on some bullshit, or whatever the fuck the case may be. You feel me? Even the way like a gang member, like if that's like a motherfucker come home.
Like that.
Nah, I'm putting in a different perspective. I get you. Like a gang member that come home, that was decided to bang at a young age and then get older and realize that shit is for the wolves, and I don't want to do that shit no more. That shit was whack. Like, I don't know why I made that decision when I was 14, 13, 12, 15, whatever the fuck the case may be. I mean, if you come home and tell your moms or your pops you want to be a gang member, they not going to fucking just let you be. They not just going to accept that. You feel what I'm saying? They going to be like, nigga, you too young. You don't know what the fuck you want to be. You feel what I'm saying? In that matter. Or you come home like, oh, I want to be a trash man. But like, motherfucker, you don't know what the fuck you want to be yet. So don't make that. Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? You don't have that. Like you say, you don't even know your next meal. So how the fuck you going to sit here and make that type of decision?
You know what gender you want to play with.
But obviously, a whole bunch of other people comment on it. We got the chick from Empire, the one that was dating Lucia's son. I forgot the name. I don't even know the names. But
the one that looked gay.
Nah, not the one that was gay. The other one, the young one. He was dating her and shit like that. So we're gonna get into that. Once you see it, you probably know exactly what
before we go the extra length, right? And I think it's more about, I think people are feeling this is just more about the age of the child. And I think it's not only his kid. There's plenty of kids and their parents that are letting them do this. I think that everything is just a little bit too premature. I don't care if you're a boy or a girl. For me, there's other things that we need to be worried about at this time. What do you want to do in your life, you know? Do you want to be in any activities? Like, there's a lot of other things. Like, let's let you get through this. Let's talk about it. Let's go. But let's not jump to a life-changing decision that will never be undone. That's serious. Like, that's really, really serious. I'm only speaking because there are plenty of people in high school, middle school through high school, that experiment and do all these things, and then, boom, like, oh, I thought they was... No, that was something that they were going through. They were a child. You literally, your brain is still developing. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like I'm accepting of my child being gay. That's okay. But there's so many other things around that in society, I feel like right now, that is pressuring children and parents to be a certain type of way. And let's just take back the reins, okay? It's okay. But right now, we're just not going to go there right now. Let's wait till you get a little bit older, and this is exactly what you want to be and do for the rest of your life. That's all I'm saying. Okay, bye.
I think she said everything that I feel.
Yeah, definitely.
You feel what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Like, that whole situation.
Right on the nose.
For real, like, cause I mean, a lot of people will allow their kids to do certain shit without basically saying, like, before you do it, let's overthink certain shit. Like, and even if you feel this way, let me put my foot down before you can make a decision that you might regret in the future. So I can't put it no better than how Boozy reacts to this, because my man Boozy don't be off half of the bullshit. He cut straight to the chase.
I gotta say something about this shit, bro. Dwayne Wade, you gone too fucking far, dog. That is a male, a 12-year-old. At 12, they don't even know what their next meal gonna be. They don't have shit figured out yet. He might meet a woman, anything, at 16 and fall in love with her. But his dick be gone. How you gonna... Like, bro, you going too far, dog. Don't cut his dick off, bro. Like, bro, for real. If he gonna be gay, let him be gay. But don't cut his dick off, bro. Like, don't address him as a woman, dog. He's 12 years old. He's not up there yet. He hasn't made his final decisions yet. Don't cut his fucking dick off, Dwayne Wade, bro. You fucking tripping, dog. You tripping, dog. You tripping, dog.
You tripping, dog. You tripping,
You
dog.
tripping, for real.
You fucking 12 years old, bro.
Like, that's why I ain't even wanting to go hard, but I already know my nigga Boozy is gonna say everything I needed to say in that one video. But
at the end of the day, like, I just feel as though, like, at the age of 12, you're not even sure what you want. You feel me? Like, your life is basically...
Nigga, you still want toys for Christmas. Get your ass out of here.
Like, at the age of 12, your life is, like, starting to show you...
who you really are.
Exactly. You're not even a teenager yet.
If you was my child, I'd have beat the shit out of you. I'd have felt like you done cursed me the fuck out. You disrespected me in the most way ever. You feel me? I'm going to slap you. I'm going to slap you to the floor. And I'm going to beat your ass. I'm going to send you to your bed. Tomorrow, I'm going to bring you to the table and we're going to eat breakfast together. I'm going to tell you how you fucked up. Real shit. That shit will make me so mad, bro. I ain't even going to lie. Like, you young as hell and you going to come home and tell me some shit like that? You just piss me off. I'm going to beat you. I'm beating your ass. Like if you did something in school, I'm going to beat you.
It's sad to say, but that's today's society. How these young niggas is being raised. Like, cartoons expressing that shit. Mm-hmm. You feel me? All types of shit going on where they seeing this shit at 6, 7. So they don't even know how to put their head on it yet.
Exactly.
To be like, this is what I want or that's what I want. They just probably look up to certain people that's in that category.
You know what it is? They learn from the cartoons to how to defend themselves in that kind of way. So they feel like that's a fighting chance for them. You know what I mean? Like, they know they'll be right. They can just take that decision because they're weird anyway. And then that's them expressing themselves. You know what I mean?
But repercussion is a motherfucker because due to the fact that Boozy put out that video in Planet Fitness, he got kicked out of Planet Fitness. So let me get into this next video, son.
Come on. Oh my God, Boozy.
Do not go to Planet Fitness. They racist. They haters. They just put me out Planet Fitness because of what I said about Dwayne Wade's son. And they said I said a video of one of their employers was faggots or some shit. They chasing for Dwayne Wade's son, so don't go to Planet Fitness no more. Nobody goes to Planet Fitness. They got roaches in that bitch.
They got roaches in that bitch.
And he basically saying like the gay employees that work there kicked him out of Planet Fitness for the shit he said. And that's what I mean, man. Nobody got a voice or opinion. Like, people could feel the way they want to feel. That shit didn't determine Dwayne Wade or his son's life throughout, after he said that. So, like, with that being said, his son, Tootie Raw, jumped on fucking social media. And he had... Boozy. Boozy's son jumped on social media and put this up here. He basically saying, like, I can't even be as clear as he said it. He said, fuck Dwayne Wade and his son. I don't care. He gay. My pop said what he had to say. So stop sending me that. I bet y'all won't say it to our face. I know this chick that would do some things to Dwayne Wade's son that'll make that boy back straight. Straight.
Word. Turn that man straight. Finito.
Yeah, man. Like, that whole situation is like... Throw some little things back on him. Make him change his whole situation. But
they be wanting attention. They want so much attention. They feel like that's the way they can get their publicity.
Like you said, I would stop my son and be like, yo, who putting you on this shit? Like, who you chilling with that's making you feel this way? Because you ain't getting it from me. You see me with a woman. So who is you seeing, or who's doing shit to you?
Who you idolizing? What are you watching? What the hell is going on? What are you doing in that room, nigga? I kicked him out.
Why now?
Why now? For real.
You got me fucked up. You 12 years old.
Are you sure it's not?
You making decisions like that? Get out.
Nah, you ain't never ask that.
No.
Shit, for real. You gotta act shit like that.
Yeah, that's true though. Where the fuck is you learning this from?
If it's a phase or not.
Exactly. He's not even sure if that's what he actually wants.
I'd have asked him who his little gay boyfriend then. I'd have asked him.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is your little gay boyfriend then? Since you want to be gay and all this other shit, who is your boyfriend? You don't even know. So shut the hell up. You feel me? Right. Shut that shit up. Like, and come eat your food, nigga. What you say?
Come eat your food.
Like I said, I would support my son or my daughter all the way 100% or whatever they want to do. But when it comes to stuff like that, I'll be like, son, like, do you have knowledge on what you're doing, or do you realize, like, you got to really sit down and talk to them? Like, you just can't just accept whatever the fuck they say. Cause like I said, if a nigga come home like, yo, I want to join the Bloods, you ain't going to be like, okay, I'm going to support you any way you want to about joining the Bloods. You going to be like, nigga, sit down for a minute. Let me talk to you. Like, let me express how I feel and what's really the acknowledgement of that shit. I mean,
Your first words might be, you don't even know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
What should be the same response across the board about anything?
Anything, yeah.
For
real.
Yeah.
You 12. What do you know?
You don't even know what that means.
You 12. What do you know? Fuck TV. What do you know?
Yeah.
Man, they rape boys in jail. That's what you want.
What that mean? I'm calling you this for what? Why I'm calling you this?
Yeah, for real.
Where the questions come
Well, I'm calling you or her. Yeah.
Yeah. Your name is what? I didn't name you that.
Right.
I'm going to continue to name this.
Why would God make you this if you strongly in your mind felt you wanted to be that?
Yeah.
We're not about to change the age of where the parents is.
I'm still going to ask him. You 12 years old,
yeah,
bro.
we're not going to change the age where the parents are in control.
Yeah.
18, you want to change your name, you change your name.
Yeah.
18, you want to get rid of the Johnson & Johnson. I mean, I want you to have a child, but you get rid of the Johnson & Johnson. That's your thing.
And then I be looking at it like this. Imagine if he get older and he change up, and then he look at his father like, why the fuck would you support me on some shit when I'm 12 years old? How could you let me do this? How could you let me do that?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, because once you become older, you realize that the young shit that you did wasn't necessarily what you was about.
It wasn't necessary, just like that. It just wasn't necessary.
So you realize, like, yo, how the fuck you gonna support me on some shit that you basically
followers? That's crazy.
You knew I was too young to be even accepting as my own. Like, no matter if it's on some if you being gay or whatever the fuck the case may be, because it could be something totally different. Like I said, let's take that initiative from off of gayness and put it to something else. And you really want to spend your life doing that. You look at them like, bruh, come the fuck on. Why the fuck you want to do that? When do you know the full background of this? Like, do you realize what you've gone through before I accept you and before I
allow you?
Yeah, before I be behind you on 100% on this shit. Like,
I mean, it is what it is. We live in 2020, but that's
the world has definitely changed.
That's way too crazy.
And this is just proving that. And I ain't saying I like it the old way. Don't get me wrong. Some ways I feel as though it's cool and accepting. Like, I don't want, like, for instance, I would rather live in a world where they accepting gay people for who they are than them getting beat the fuck up in school and all that extra shit, because back in the day they wasn't being accepted who they were, and that shit wasn't looked upon as cool. So I would say, like, I would accept that, but the totality of it is a person that young shouldn't be able to determine who they are that soon. Because like you said, this motherfucker probably can't even nut yet. You feel me? This nigga probably can't, you feel me? Can't even bust a nut. Like, you feel me? So how the fuck he gonna know how that shit feel? He might feel that and be like, man, what the fuck am I doing? You feel what I'm saying?
What the fuck was I thinking?
Exactly. So, you know, that whole situation is weird. But like I said, man, you can't tell somebody else how to raise their kids. So you can only just be like, man, this is what it is. I just gotta accept it how it is. Like, you feel me?
Crazy.
Yeah.
But everybody raise their kids differently in their household. We can't tell Dwayne Wade how to treat his kids. You feel me? Only he could. But we can definitely give our opinions.
You know what I see, though? I see it more like these celebrities are more open to what society is making for whatever.
That to me is judge Dwayne Wade. Like, what you be doing around this nigga with niggas? For him to just think that shit is cool. Like, you feel me? Now I'm putting you on the spot. Yeah, like.
He's 12.
Some Howard School.
Yeah.
Oh, Howard School. Oh.
And what I mean by that is like you gotta somehow like keep what's basically the government is producing to these kids. You know what I mean? Showing them,
the world.
You know what I mean? Like, to the world. I ain't saying us adults are not easily influenced. You know what I mean?
Of course.
So we see something and be like, yo, that's crazy. They showing this to the kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the kids are watching it actually like, oh my God, they just did that to him.
I mean, to me, masculinity is decreasing year after year after year. Masculinity is decreasing upon men. Like, like a lot of, like you said, back in the day, you probably had like 2 or 3 niggas you knew was gay in high school or whatever, or was going to be gay, and they wound up being gay. And then now I could say that maybe triple, quadruple, it's probably like 20 motherfuckers in school now. They probably already on some gay shit.
Like that.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. But I feel it though at 12, like high school, alright, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you getting to that point, 2 more years. Wait 2 more years. If you feel that same way, do what you got to do.
21.
You feel me? But at 12 years old, bruh, that's another limit. Like, niggas don't, like you said, niggas is too young to even know what they gonna eat their next meal. How, like, niggas probably 12 years old, they don't even wash their ass right. You feel what I'm saying? So to know that you gonna be thinking about this is like, bro, you got more in life to think about before you even thinking about. Fuck it, even if you a regular dude trying to fuck bitches, like, I'll be looking at my son like, nigga, you too young to be trying to fuck bitches at 12 years old, my nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Fuck alone, you trying to be a whole nother gender, just like dealing with a whole nother male. Yeah. Like, if my son comes to me like, I'm trying to fuck these bitches, I'm like, nigga, I ain't trying to be raising no kid with no kid, nigga. You got me fucked up, nigga. You better be worried about school.
Second of all, watch your mouth.
Yeah, like, so I wouldn't even put it like I said, I don't even want to put it in the perspective of gayness. Like, you feel me? It's got to be beyond that. Of a 12-year-old, it's be way beyond that. It's a whole lot of life decisions that they could think about that you'll be like, bro, you too young to even be worried about that shit right now. My nigga, you can't even wipe your ass right. You feel me? So why is you even worried about doing this or doing that? Like, you got your whole mind frame fucked up. And I'm going to put you in that right path, that right road where it's going to get you to realize, like, maybe he right. You feel me? Yeah, he's too humble with it. Like you said, and it got a lot to do with that. It's like, yo, bro, you doing this to put the LBGT, whatever the fuck that shit is, society
on the map.
Yeah, on the map or behind you, because everybody that knows right now, like, Hollywood is full of gay people. So only way that you get it is though. Hollywood is full of gay people, and they run majority of the world. You'll believe it or not, you'll be fucking surprised. Majority of them niggas rule the world more than actual like masculinity men, like niggas that like women and all that extra shit. It's a lot of gay people out here. And even they like coming out or they not, but you'll realize that they run this whole shit from the government to all types of shit. You'll be fucking surprised. And it's like, bruh, you don't use your son as a scapegoat to get that clarity. Yeah, that clarity from them niggas.
Easy fame like Will Smith's son. I'm not trying to talk about what's his name.
Jaden Smith, him and Tyler the Creator.
Yeah, he dyed his hair. He tried to be weird as much as he can to build him a fan base. You know what I mean? Until like people started to actually.
He is talented though.
He's talented, but like what? He's more popular off his freedom of speech. Like he just trying to go in. He painted his hair blonde and then said, "Oh, I'm weird." He did contact.
It's like I'll be looking at a lot of people like,
and then next thing you know, he's coming out saying he's gay. He's with Tyler the Creator, another artist. Come on, man.
It'd be a lot of people that be like, to me, be like, alright, I got this many fans, but I can get this many fans if I say this. I don't even have to feel that way.
You forgot what he told his father, right? I'm gonna make it in his music shit. You feel me? One way or another, just to prove his father wrong. You feel me? So you got to think about like what people are doing for clout and fame. Even that kid being 12 years old, just saying that, I guarantee he grew fans. I guarantee you.
Hell yeah, your shit's going to multiply.
Which is gonna go push him to actually do it. You know what I mean?
Secret messages and all that shit.
Yeah, like it's gonna be crazy. You know what I mean? It's sad to say that people do anything for the clout and the fans of whatever it is. You know what I mean? There's other people out there just supporting that shit, and it's terrible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's a kid. You know what I mean? These are young people just coming out.
Yeah, if it was an adult, I wouldn't have shit to say.
Exactly, you grown.
Even if they was maturing into an adult. But you maturing into a young
Jenner
man.
Father got a sex change and he was an all-star Olympic.
And ain't nobody say shit about it because he was grown. And he can do whatever the fuck he wants to. You feel me?
And I bet you feel stupid now because he thought he was going to be like the shit of the world. You know what I mean? Probably for a year. But then after that, you're done for it. Now you're out there with a pussy, titties, and everything. You know what I mean? Now you just got to live that way. You know?
Yeah. Whatever it is, we can't change it. But this is My People's Podcast. We about to end the fucking podcast. You feel me? See, we started up the new season, so y'all see us next week. I ain't even gonna give y'all a time and date. You feel me? Like and subscribe as always. You seen that at the top. We putting that early. And basically, We're going to bring y'all more of our opinions, more of what the black community feel as far as certain situations that's going on, whether it's from celebrities to modern day shit that's going on in everybody's society or community. And we going to get this shit running, you feel me? It's My People's Podcast. We out this bitch.
Yeah.